let's see if this will pop up. All right, fine. Oh my goodness. We are connected again. Welcome back, everybody. So, for those of you who don't know, for the last, I think, 6 minutes, I was just trying to record a video for you in order to find rental property, and I was having a huge issue with my sound. And the reason for that was my software had deleted one of the audio inputs, so I apologize for that. But for those of you that are willing to come back to the stream, my name is Alexander Howell, as you probably know. Basically, what today is I just wanted to get on here for a quick 10, 20 minutes or so and go through a couple of things that I deal with in conversations with some of you fairly often. And it's a lot of time in the YouTube comment section, or it's in a Facebook group, or whatever it might be. But it's a lot of conversations regarding how do I find a rental property. And the fact is, it's really pretty easy. There are a lot of different resources out there for you. I will say it a couple of times. I will probably say this a couple of times in this video, but this is a little bit different setup because we are streaming live, which was what we just found out with the fun of the audio input having been deleted. But so it's not going to be the same as some of my normal YouTube videos where they're clipped and they're cut and they look nice. This is just going to be me on the computer kind of showing you around a bit so that we can kind of say this is what I use to find rentals for people, or when somebody says, what do you recommend? We're going to go to the places that I always recommend. So we're back online. Everything's good to go. I'm going to bring this up real quick just to make sure that thanks, Robert. Sorry about that, man. I was glad somebody said it. I was glad John said something about it. That freaked me out. But and for those of you who are watching, you should be able to see that live chat's going on as well. That's going to go through. If you're watching this as a video later, then you're going to be able to see the conversation that we're having too. So without further ado, now that we have actual sound on here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm going to have this on, and I think I may have figured out the problem completely by mistake. Yep, this is just me in the raw, man. This is I just recorded a video earlier, but I've gotten I started thinking about it, and I've got this question several times. It's like, how do I find a rental property? So I was like, well, I'll just make a live video of it. It's not something that's going to take a lot of time. I use like 3 resources when I send people, and I haven't had anybody that's complained about it. So let's see. Let's get to it. I'm going to do something really quick here, and that's move this over so I can see you guys in chat. And then I am going to listen to my phone as I transition over into this guy, to my main computer. So Alex, start talking and see if it actually works. All right. I think we're good to go. So anyway, you heard a little reverb. That was me checking on my phone to make sure. But all right, now that we have it, let's go back to the very beginning. So Tierra Yucatan is a website that I use on a near constant basis. This is one that when we initially started looking for property, we'd go here because it's just the most intuitive site. You can kind of see on the side over here, you can look for every single one of their listings, but they drop in restored historic homes, unrestored, newer neighborhoods, beach homes, all kinds of things. And it's really been helpful for us. Now, the one negative about this site that we found out is when we sent a listing to Elizabeth, who we ended up using long term. When we sent her over the listing, what happened was she basically looked at some of the properties that they had and realized, like, well, these have sold, or I helped them, I was the other agent on the sale for this one, or so on and so forth. So you kind of run into that in Merida in general. If you're looking at a house, it could have been sold, and that's probably true, or I'm just going to say I'm guaranteeing it's true for rentals as well. But so they've got a nice properties for rent thing here, all properties. And as we were looking at before, which you guys who watched the video where my sound went out, some of these are obviously expensive. Some of them are per week, but for the most part, you can kind of see that you can get, a nice place like this one that we looked at before. It's 2,500 USD per month in Chicxulub, where the asteroid killed all the dinosaurs. But it's a nice place. You can tell it's very plain, but that's where your money is. It's on the beach, right? So, but again, it was right on that first tab, all listings. And you just go down through here and you'll start seeing per month, per month, per month, and then you'll see per night or per week or whatever it might be. So the ones that I really wanted to show, because the question that I get the most when it comes to this is, if I go down there, is it cheap? Is it difficult to rent? And renting is never going to be difficult as long as the property is still available and you agree to terms. it's going to be tough for you guys to not figure out a way to negotiate, especially when all of you know the prices anyway. So let's find. This is one that I looked at earlier today. So this one is 600 bucks a month, and it's in Centro. Obviously, it is not the. It's not winning any pageants as far as beauty. It says the internet is included, electricity is not included, and that's something to think about too. If electricity, if I can talk, is not included, then you're probably going to run into a situation where it's it start it's going to start getting expensive because electricity is just expensive down there. Now, if there's solar panels, that's going to completely change the game. But for 600 bucks a month, you're kind of looking at a place that's a little interesting, a little tiny, no stove, just a one little burner on there, but it does have air conditioning. So, and a fan right by the bed. And that place is just a one bed, one bath, tiny place. Now, we did find a couple of others on here. Let me check one thing out real quick here, just to make sure. All right, cool. So sound is still coming through. Now I'm a little gun shy about it. But they're going to have, the other thing to look at too is some of these are going to have pesos. So that one's 15,000 pesos per week. So it's about 750 bucks a week. And a lot of these are going to have USD. And so you can kind of see that they swing back and forth. Now this one, let's see, there's that. 1800. We're going to be looking at some expensive ones here, but this is why I wanted to show you this. If you're looking for some of the bigger houses, you're going to get, basically, if you list a property, you're going to get a certain amount if you're able to rent it out. And so that's why a lot of times with houses, you'll see that some of the more expensive ones are actually using a broker or a real estate agent. But when you look down at, say, Yucatan Beach Rentals, which is a public group on Facebook, it's got 740 members, and I was ridiculously impressed with this group because they've obviously grown significantly and quickly. But if you look at, say, there's one over here. I think somebody just posted another one. So this is a place, 2 king-size rooms, 2 sofa beds. It can fit 6 adults, 3 bathrooms. This is... It's $2,100. It is about $1,050 per month, but you have to pay the electricity too. But it's a giant place right in Chicxulub, beautiful home. And again, they've got all kinds of pictures listed. But you can kind of see the quality of the place you're getting, and especially if you're splitting the cost with somebody else, then $11 or $10.50 a month plus electricity isn't going to be that bad. And especially with 2 king-size rooms, it's fantastic. So again, this is Yucatan Beach Rentals, which is an open group on Facebook, and I think Facebook is number one, whether it's expats or people that live there currently or natives, whatever it might be. You're going to find a ton of options. So this was another one that I looked at. So 1-bedroom house ready in September 2021, Chalem Puerto, popular area. It's got amenities, let's see, well-maintained character, fully furnished, AC, pool, barbecue area. It's behind restaurant Taco Maya. Minimum rent is 1 year, so we're looking at a long-term rental, and then it's 6,850 pesos per month. So if we take that, what's that? A little less than $350 a month. So if we take a look at this, it's got a little pool, beds, kind of smaller place, but it's got the necessities. It's got what you're actually going to need, and you can live in this place for 350 bucks a month. I assume that that's without electricity, but with 350 bucks a month in a 1-bedroom, that's going to be better than if you found a $350 apartment anywhere, and I mean anywhere, in Kansas City even. I would be ridiculously impressed. So these kind of websites, the Facebook groups, when they're renting directly to you, can be very, very, very helpful. And so you just kind of have to look through these groups. Another one outside of Yucatan Beach Friends is, or Beach Rentals, I should say, is Expats in the Yucatan. And a lot of these are different things that you kind of have to look through. But you can use the search feature within the page. And that's just right here. So you hit the little magnifying glass if you didn't see that before. Hit the magnifying glass within Expats in the Yucatan. And again, this is a private group, but it's got 17,500 members. So it's not too difficult to get in if you're looking forward to finding some things and getting a lot of information and a ton of notifications on your phone. Make sure that you turn them off or just enjoy it if you do. But a lot of posts here daily. But if you use this search function, and we just go to rental. Let's just do rental because it has rental cars and a few other things. So rental cars, all kinds of different options. So you can really find your way around this. But it's not just car rentals, even though that is a very popular category because people on vacation tend to want one. But you're going to be able to find vacation rentals. So let me see if I can actually. Just going to real quickly here search for post for members and expats in Yucatan. Let's say vacation rental. Let's see if we can find them. Okay, here you go. Vacation rental, that's Cancun. I don't know why that's there. But vacation rental here. Merida, Mexico, lovely second row, fully furnished beach house for rent. All the features, and then it shows you the prices that you're looking for. So that one's going to be a little bit more expensive, it appears. But you just follow up with them and ask them if you can get a discount. But again, you can kind of see like utilizing the search functions, utilizing different features, and especially if you find a group like the one that was there before where it actually is specifically for beach rentals, you're going to be able to find a lot, and you're going to work sometimes directly with the individual that's renting. And then the last but not least is this is Yucatan Beach and City Property. This is actually the company that we purchased our home with Elizabeth Rodriguez of Yucatan Beach and City Property. But they also have several properties in their rentals section. It's not quite as intuitive. I definitely looked at this a little bit earlier so that you could get on here. But let's see. If you're looking at this place, it is, let's see, 13,000 pesos per month. So you're looking at basically $650 per month, and that's just all exchange rate stuff. But it's single level home is ready for rent with a 1-year contract, located on a quiet street in Garcia Henares, within walking distance to the hotel district. So you're looking at within walking distance to the hotel district, slow food market, and Paseo de Mateo. So again, excellent location, $650 per month, and just kind of have to negotiate what you're looking for. But you're talking about an excellent location, a 3-bed, 3-bath with a carport for $650 a month. Not bad at all. So those are my 3 biggest resources. I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of short streaming. I didn't want to do a video like this because this seems like an easier way to just go through things, talk about it, and if any of you guys had any questions, obviously feel free to ask them. But I'm going to hop off here. I got to go get my kiddos. But again, feel free to text me, 816-727-7740. If you have any questions, go back through this little video is going to be on the conversation side because it is something where it's just streaming. I'm going to try to do streaming for a little bit longer most of the time, but I just started thinking about this and thinking this might be a good resource to have. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Alexander Howell, and as always, peace.